Hi, I'm Willie. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And what we're going to talk about in this video is private pre-shared key and what that is, when you can use it, when you might want to use it. I know a lot of people want it. That's why a lot of vendors are implementing it. So first, let's talk about what is private pre-shared key. It is not 802.1x. So that's the first thing I want to put out there. It is not radius controlled VLANs. You can, with some access points, you can use them together, but private pre-shared key is where you have a single SSID and then you have multiple passwords that you've handed out. And depending on the pre-shared key, this is why it's called a private pre-shared key, depending on which one of those pre-shared keys you use, it's going to land you on a different VLAN on the backside while still using the same SSID. Radius controlled VLANs does something similar, but where 802.1x or radius controlled VLANs, where they differ from private pre-shared key, is you're using a centralized authentication database, a radius server, Active Directory, something like that. If somebody leaves, you can disable that. With private pre-shared key, if you've given 50 people the private pre-shared key for VLAN 2, then when people start leaving, now you have to reset that and give it to 50 people, right? So there's some give and take there. So let's take a look. Both of our popular networking vendors, or two of our popular network vendors that we support, because we support a lot more than what we usually show on the channel, they support it. So Grandstream has been supporting private pre-shared key for a while. Ubiquity, with the latest version of the controller, which is 7.5.187, officially supports private pre-shared key. So here I'm on my GWN 7660. And if I go in and I edit the SSID, what I can do is put the security mode on WPA2. Then for my key mode, I've got PSK 802.1x, which is our radius. We've got private pre-shared key without radius, and we have private pre-shared key with radius. So the Grandstream side of this allows us to get pretty complicated, right? So we can come in here, we can do our private pre-shared keys, and they updated in the latest firmware, how many pre-shared keys you can have. So here we would do it without radius, and we wouldn't necessarily need the captive portal if it's not a guest network. And let me flip over to my UniFi. And so UniFi supports it, but you don't get the depth yet of configuration options that the Grandstream gives you. So I'm going to go ahead and real quick, I'm going to save this and apply those changes. I'm going to come over here to UniFi. Let me show you how this works with UniFi. So you have to have your networks preloaded, and then you come into Wi-Fi. We can create this, and we call this shared. And what we do is we go down here to manual. We select private pre-shared keys. And now, and I'm just making the passwords like let me in 1, 2, 3, and 4. We can add that. Then we can come in here and we can add, VoIP. And this is let me in 2. So on and so forth. And then apply. And here you can see now it says multiple 2 networks we've got on there, and we're good there. All right, well, we're going to flip back over to the Grandstream. We've enabled it on the SSID. So then we have to go to access control and PPSK. And what we're going to do is we're going to click add, and we're going to select our SSID. I had to change it to FBI truck because this is hooked up. Mine is FBI van. Was having some issues, so I had to pause and change that. So, and then what you can do is give this an account, Wi-Fi key, confirm the Wi-Fi key. You can do upload, download limit. You can do MAC address, and then you can do VLAN. So I could just call this, Willie, and Wi-Fi key, let me in 1. Come down here, make this VLAN 2. So then when we look, we can very clearly, everything is spelled out for us, right? So I can go ahead and add another one and call this the dude. Wi-Fi key for the dude's going to be let me in 2. And VLAN 3, we could add, the dude abides. And apply it. And now as long as the switch port that we're plugged into with the Grandstream supports VLANs 2 and 3, we're not going to have any problems connecting to that and getting out. So if you've got any questions about this, let me know. Like I said, this is not radius controlled VLANs. The way that Grandstream handles it is a little bit different than the way Ubiquiti handles it. You could come in here and create, specific accounts. Here's the other cool thing is, I don't know what I'm wondering. You can do an import. Yes. So with the Grandstream, you could download the template. And we could open that real quick. Hold on. All right, so if you had a bunch of these that you wanted to do for the Grandstream, you could fill out all that information that we just put in there. So you could fill out, 50, 60 lines, whatever, and you could upload the CSV and it would automatically populate it. That still doesn't make it radius controlled VLANs. It does make it easy to add bulk. Could this take the place of radius controlled VLANs? I don't know. Depends how much work you want to go through. Radius control VLANs can do a lot of different things. Like radius control VLANs, allow us to move the VLANs dynamically, right? So we can run network access control. If we're doing 802.1x, we can check a PC to make sure it's got antivirus, to make sure meets the requirements. And until it meets those requirements, it can quarantine it in a VLAN that's got no traffic. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff with radius controlled and MAC controlled VLANs that you can't do with a private pre-shared key. This is a really good stopgap, if you're not doing a full-blown implementation of other things for security. So you can definitely do it. But let me know if you've got questions about this down in the comments. It really was that simple to quickly configure this on both Grandstream and Ubiquiti. So if you've got questions, let me know down in the comments. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe, comment, and share. Follow me on Twitter and TikTok. Those links are down below, along with affiliate links if you'd like to support the channel, and a Patreon link. And as always, if you need IT consulting, if you'd like us to help you get your private pre-shared key or your 802.1x radius controlled VLANs set up properly, head on over to williehowe.com, fill out the contact form that's on the front page, and someone will be in touch with you as soon as possible. Once again, I'm Willie. I want to thank you for being here. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.